did you experience any racism in your the country music chapter of your career?
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes, like I said, I would show up to radio stations, and I remember one time, and sometimes it wasn't like mean racism. Sometimes it was just like plain ignorance. Like I remember one time doing an interview, and the DJ was like, "Oh, I was half expecting your hair to be blowing in the wind like Jim Redcorn on King of the Hill."
I am a King of the Hill fan. That boy ain't right.
And exactly. My husband always says that. He says, "Why do you sound like Bobby Hill?"
And Bobby's voice is a woman. So.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, then that would make sense.
Pamela Adlon, I believe is her name.
Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, that's where that, sometimes I'll experience that. And then sometimes
they want feathers in your hair?
Yeah, I think sometimes they would expect that. And sometimes it was mean, but it was very subtle, sometimes people are sometimes very good about hiding their racism, but they let you know, but the rest of the room might not know. And
we live in an era where the president of the United States, and I won't get you in trouble because I know you have dual citizen, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, they can't stop you from going home. That's the good news there.
For now.
But he does for somebody, Elizabeth Warren, he adopted the nickname Pocahontas.
Yeah.
So we sort of have this casual racism towards Indigenous people from the highest office.
Right. We were making so much progress. It was getting so good, and there had been so much, more representation than ever, like the Indigenous people in big movies and TV shows, having their own successful hit series, winning awards at the Oscars, at the Emmys, and in the music world, and then all of a sudden we just hit this wall, and it feels like we've gone back like 20 years, and it's wild, it's crazy, and it's given, I'm not a politician, but what I do notice is that it's almost like it's given people permission to be, to not hide their racism.
Yeah,
and
no, that's how I feel too.
I've lived in Nashville for 21 years, and I've never had an overtly racist experience. Sometimes people just act like they just don't like you. And until recently, this past year, I went to a Walmart and was buying my little girl a bike, and a guy followed me out and started yelling very horrible things that I'm not going to repeat here. And somehow he knew where I was from. Like he made a reference to Canadian Indian, and then he added a lot of insults along with that. And I was like,
That's scary.
It was very scary because he followed me and my husband right out to our car, and he got in his truck and pulled up and started yelling things out the window. And what he saw us with our daughter pushing a bike, and this guy didn't
That's horrible.
care. So I've been kind of avoiding Walmart in the South recently.
But yeah, I think that you're right about the fact that it seems to be emboldened.
Yes.
So this may have been something people felt, but they had, I don't know, some sense of, oh, I'll keep this to myself, or for me and my buds at the Dunkin' Donuts or something. But
for sure,
now it seems to be emboldened. Like it's okay, I feel this way, and I can express it, and that's horrific.
It is, because it's like, if you want to vote for this person because of their policies, then let that be it. But when you start doing things like that, that makes me think otherwise. Maybe you're not voting for him because of the policies like you say you are. And, but it's one of those things, like I'm not a politician, I'm an artist. And so my job is I write and I sing and I try to heal people's hearts and spirits and, and try to stay in a positive light, and things I've been saying to my fan base, because I'm not going to tell anybody what to think. That's not my place, or what to believe. So what I say is just remember, no matter what side you're on, whatever you believe, nobody can control what's in our minds, our hearts, and our homes. You get to decide that.